program, everyone. I'm Bianca Goldriga in London, sitting in for Christiane Amanpour. 41%. That's President Donald Trump's approval rating, according to a new CNN poll, as he nears 100 days in office. It's the lowest number for any newly elected president at this point in a term, dating back to at least Dwight D. Eisenhower. And it's a steep drop from Trump's support just before the election. The poll finds the president underwater and sinking across nearly all major issues he sought to address during his time in office. Most notably, perhaps, his marks for handling the economy are down 5 points to a career low of 39%. So will these declining ratings spell doom for the rest of the president's term, or are they just one more ride on the Trump roller coaster? Susan Glasser is a staff writer for The New Yorker. Welcome back to the program, Susan. So Donald Trump, that we've known historically, pays close attention to poll numbers. He seems to be taking these poll numbers, and not just CNN's. I mean, there have been New York Times, across the board. He is underwater with the majority of Americans on the majority of issues that are most important for them. What do you make of his dismissive and, I would just say, not very concerned at this point reaction thus far?
Well, the polls that Donald Trump has always cared about the most during this extraordinary 9-year ride in public life have been those of his own Republican Party. He's been a president of the United States for the base, as he calls it, for red America. At times has almost defined the enemy as that part of America that opposes him. And so for him, it would be losing support among Republicans and his core voters that would be the biggest crisis. That really hasn't happened yet. We have still seen enormously strong support from Donald Trump. Of course, he also lives in a media ecosphere that is louder than ever among his far-right allies and supporters, so he's still hearing positive reinforcement there. He hasn't had Republican members of Congress really break with him yet. In fact, they've almost rolled over as he has usurped many of the powers of the Republican-dominated Congress. So that's a key moment that hasn't happened yet. But of course, Trump cares about the markets. We all know how he crows when the stock market is up. It must pain him that it's going down and down as a result of his economic policies. But I think for Trump, again, it's his own team that he cares the most about.